We are currently battling for the lives of the unborn all across this country and around the world. And we have an update out of the state of Washington. And you may say, Logan, if you're not in Washington, is that really a state that matters? Is a state that's going to actually help us here and be supportive? One of the biggest states that supports the ACLJ is Washington. We know that's true with California as well. States that you may think are well gone, there are a lot of great people there ready to fight back. But there are interesting moments. There are loopholes that happen in the law where they get pushed forward that are not to protect the life of the unborn or even the life of the born. And Cece Hiles joining us, senior attorney here at the ACLJ, to break down what we're doing right now as we have sent a demand to Washington State to hopefully stop what they're about to do.
Yeah, there was a bill in Washington that has passed the legislature and is actually now sitting on the governor's desk. And it's a bill that concerns really protecting the life of unborn or born babies. And so we sent a letter to the governor to say, please do not sign this bill. You need to veto this bill because it does not protect the lives of babies and it does not protect the lives of pregnant mothers. And it's basically a bill that has repealed a law that made it a gross misdemeanor to conceal the birth of a child by disposing of the dead body. So no longer is it a crime to conceal the birth of a child by disposing of the dead body. And they try to spin this to make this like it's protecting women. When
you hear about this topic and you start hearing about who gets control over bodily remains of children, you start to question even why these laws are being passed in the first place. Why is this even coming up? And it feels like it's always for some sort of scooting around a law for nefarious reasons. And this could be for trafficking. This could be for so much that's happening. It's not just about straight up abortions at this point.
Right. If there's any death of a child that happens for any kind of suspicious means or anything, if you tie the word abortion to it, all of a sudden it becomes hands off. So this bill even goes further to take from what the coroner's jurisdiction over bodies is. So the coroner has jurisdiction to take on bodies. It literally takes out of the coroner's jurisdiction any death that results from a known or suspected abortion or any death that's due to premature birth or stillbirth. Whether it's suspicious or not, the coroner no longer has jurisdiction over those bodies. So again, this does open the door for a baby's death, again, whether that's pre-born or born, for a baby's death to be completely concealed, and there's no way to investigate it. There's no way to prosecute it if that death occurred by illegal means.
And Cece, this is similar, not exactly the same, because those that are trying to promote abortion freely throughout the country have gotten a little smart, and they took that word perinatal out that we've seen pop up in California, in Maryland, and that was where there was a series of bills that were trying to extend the period of when an abortion could take place that would have included time after the birth of the child. And that was something that we were able to push back in some areas. We even got some Democrats in states that were like, wait a second, that word in this bill may not mean what we thought it meant, and maybe that could have some bad repercussions. So although they were pro-choice, if you want to call it that, pro-abortion, even they recognize that could be problematic. But what you're seeing here is another attempt, and at the very end of the day, Washington has very open, wide abortion laws. So when Roe v. Wade was returned to the states, they took it upon themselves to make sure that it was something that was protected in their state, that what they consider the right to abortion. What we're fighting here is so much beyond just saying that there is a right to abortion within a state. Even the states that say up to birth or no term limit, no gestational limit on this. This is now opening up a Pandora's box of nefarious activity, of criminal activity that should be, and just putting up an obfuscation completely at looking at what could be very real evil criminal acts, not that abortion is not, but outside of even that debate, by them trying to make it easier for abortion to take place in their state.
Right. And abortion, even in Washington, I think there's a point that it is illegal. But again, you're not able to. You've taken out any investigation and any right to criminally prosecute anyone who causes the death of a child if it's tied to abortion or a premature birth or stillbirth. And so we see this, Washington, again, if you're thinking, why do we care about Washington? We see that this kind of legislation jumps from state to state to state. And like you said, we've defeated it before in other states that had similar legislation and used the perinatal, which allowed for the death of babies after their birth. But it's very important for us, and we do this at the ACLJ. We not only watch ballot initiatives that come, on the ballot that might make a state more pro-abortion, but we also just look at and track real legislation. This actually passed the House and the Senate, and it's sitting on the desk for the governor to sign. We track that legislation. We are taking action to veto it because we stand for life, and we will continue to do that.
We are so excited to announce the ACLJ's brand new app, completely redesigned to provide you with the best tools available to partner with us at the ACLJ. You can watch the daily Seculo program, sign the petitions, customize your ACLJ membership experience, donate with the click of a button, and receive up-to-the-minute critical updates that the mainstream media can't censor. Just scan the QR code on your screen or go to your phone's app store, search ACLJ, and click install. It's that simple.